Now then, welcome to the United Show. It's the review of the Brighton versus Man United massacre, and I'm your host today. And we have Garth. How you doing, Garth? How you doing?
Yeah, been better, mate. Been better after that. Ain't getting in 2 hours back, am I?
Yeah, it's
So,
bloody hell. I'd given up. I knew we weren't coming back. After seeing the performance we were playing, I knew we weren't coming back at halftime. I was sitting there just thinking,
yeah.
this is it. We're done. We ain't good enough. We just have no players that can do anything. Can do anything. I don't even want to start speaking. I don't, we're gonna have to make this one quick. I don't know, but I know my results in. I know what my team is. Just give me a little rundown of what you saw today. What did you see today, Gar? Because I'm not happy.
It's getting it's like obviously we had the 3-0 against Brentford, but you said yourself in like as Brentford, they gave it to us that game. You know what I mean? Every performance now seems to be me saying it's the worst I've ever seen Man United play. But that has got to be the worst I've ever seen Man United play. Like, and that's not hyperbolic to say so either.
Yeah.
We had no like I'm the same as you. I don't have words for it really. We had nothing. Like nothing anywhere on the pitch. I believe I put it in the like they outclassed us on every area, every statistic you want to throw at me. I guarantee you that they've beat us on every single area of football today, up and down, man to man, stat to stat, however you want it. It was absolutely disgraceful. There's so many players in there that need to be gone now, and I'm not saying that I'm not disrespecting them. They're on their time for the club and they've given us a service, but like McTominay for me today, that is just so bad. You're meant to be one of the players that we can count on for next year, but mate, I mean, we'll get into it when we do the players, but yeah, but I can't put a finger on it. As an ex-professional, what for you is the main problem we've got there in that team at the moment? Because they're all quality international footballers. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why we can't put a performance together, Nathan. I really don't.
For me, looking at it, we're a mix of quality older players and up and coming players who haven't earned their stripes yet, and then too many that don't have the fight, like the natural fight in them, the natural stuff. And you just look at Brighton and you think, how is it that they can have more intensity than us? They can outrun us. They can overlap and get 3 balls into the box. And they've got 3 or 4 men in the box. We've got 1 man in the box every time. Dalot gets down the wing, nothing. Teles got nothing. Defensively, both atrocious. Like, and then, like I tell you, McTominay is showing his stripes. He is not that good. I'm telling you now, he has not got that kind of levels in him. And it just continues to show. Matic, bless him, he tried to do his best, but he hasn't got enough legs. He just hasn't got enough legs. He played all right. He got hold of it. He's the only one trying to get hold of it and move it again. But this time, people were pressing us. Against Brentford, they didn't press us, and we were still not good. We did still pop it around because Mata was allowed to have the space and everyone else. Mata still kept the ball today for the most part, but it wasn't as effective because we got pressured and other players are just going to give the ball back. It's just the way it is. We are not good enough. We definitely need 8 players. And the reason why I'm saying 9 is De Gea, 10 is Sancho, and 11 is probably Ronaldo, sorry. They're the 3 that we probably don't need. Okay, Varane, probably a 4th. I can't think of anyone else. No one else can play in this side. But look, let's get to the ratings because no, United dead, mate. They're dead. De Gea, what you got for De Gea? I'll just put mine up as soon as you've said yours.
Yeah, mate, my score's going to be so bad. I'm going 5. I'm going 5 because of like nothing else. You're going R4 there. I'm just trying to think. The first goal we could have done better for, couldn't they? Definitely.
He couldn't see it through their legs. It did go straight as an arrow, but it was like, how did he let that in? Oh,
yeah.
See. Not his fault, but again, it's 4 goals against, isn't
it? Yeah.
You can't more than I think you can't get more than a 4.
No, you can't. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to right back. Dalot, what are you saying?
For me, this is Tellers this is a 4 as well. Dallow's a 4 for me all day. Tellers is the one that goes down another one. But yeah, Dalot, like at 22, he's still got something about him that I'm like, you can make a good squad player out of him. We can keep him as the backup all day. I think he's all right. But a bit like what I'm going to say about Matic, when he's in a team that's underperforming, he isn't bringing that team up. He's like he's getting swallowed with that. He's drowning with the rest of the team, isn't he? So yeah, for all day. Yeah.
Yeah. But with Delot, like, he stands off too much defensively. He gave the winger so much opportunity to just do whatever he wanted and have the angles to pass. You got to get tighter in there where you don't allow that pass into your box, just simple, willy-nilly, like it's FIFA. I'll just pass it in, press X, and it's going to pass and get your man. That shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. And it happens too easily with the low play. And that's why you sit there going, man, Wan-Bissaka needs to play. And then Wan-Bissaka plays, gets up the field and kicks it off the pitch and say, man, the needs to play. You can't win. You can't win with any of those two in your wing. So, yeah, to be fair, I'm not happy with the low. Definitely a 4 as well. Just defensively, just too easy to get up against, and it's not good enough. Lindelof, centre back.
Do you know, funny though, what you said about FIFA? Do you know what it reminded me of on FIFA? Because I've just started playing it again. Is when you come up against one of those players that you just can't beat. You just you can't get through them. That's what it felt like. Man, I just couldn't get through Brighton. It's Brighton as well. We're not talking about Liverpool or anyway. So Lindelof, 4 again. 4 for Lindelof. That's what I mean. It's going to be like this throughout the team. He did nothing in particular. He did nothing in particularly wrong, but it's just another. That's what you're getting from Lindelof, isn't it? That's the performance you get from Lindelof right there. So
the thing I just hate is, when you're standing so far off a player and he's in your box and your hands are behind your back, and I'm like, why do players have to do this? Like, at least get closer and then do it. But you're like so far. I don't even like your hands behind your back. Anyway, if you let a penalty from your hands being in a normal position, I'd rather that. I'd rather don't put your hands behind your back. I know it didn't lead to a goal from his hand behind his back. But
no, but not even.
It's just not. It's just too easy. That's why I think he's a good squad player, but he should never be a starting player for us. No. Never, ever. When you look at all of the best players we've had, he comes nowhere near them levels. Nowhere near. So anyway, he got a 4. Varane next to him. What are you saying?
Yeah, another 4 as well for Varane. He was just as bad. Again, Varane, he's one of them centre backs, and like this is what you get for Varane. He's too cool sometimes to be a centre back. He thinks because he's got such talent, he thinks he can do these things, which he can a lot of the time. But then when he does make a mistake, it could cost a goal, almost cost a goal. You know what I mean? So I like Varane. Next year, I think again another one of these players. I think personally, in a better performing team where it's not all the emphasis is on him to stop everything. We're going to see a bit. We're going to see a bit of Varane. But yeah, definitely a 4 today. Definitely for me.
Yeah. I'm only giving that because it's 4-0 and you can't. Or I don't see him doing any glaring anything. He had to even like cover for one of the goals. He's trying to come over even more to try and stop the other chance. So for me, he did what he needed to do, what he could do, and it just wasn't enough in a team that's so poor. He's just one of them victims that are just part of it. Like you're just there, you're going down with the boat.
Man.
But Telles, what you got, Telles?
Telles, mate, like I was hovering at a 2 at one point, but it's a 3. I'm not going to be ridiculous. Oh, there you go. Yeah, look, every so often Telles pulls out a decent performance, and you're like, that's the player that we clearly thought we were getting from Porto. The rest of the time, he is subpar in almost every department. It feels like. Like I don't know how you're feeling about it, but the 3 suggests you thought it was a bad game as well.
Oh man, I'm just like, why are you making such bad decisions? Why are you like so easy to beat? I think Trossard just was on the right and just cut inside and went right by it. And I'm like, and then he was just like, oh, you're beating me. And then he's just there like, wait a minute about you just beating me. That's not Man United. How are you just beating him and just let him get inside? Shaw would never allow that to happen either. No. Shaw does not allow players inside or outside. He will break them. He'll stop them. He might get done positionally, but he ain't getting done when you're one-on-one with him. That's for sure. And Telles, you ain't got enough on. You ain't got anything on Shaw from what I'm seeing at the moment. You're just not. And, we're upset at times when Shaw doesn't get that ball forward or make them extra overlapping runs and bust the gut to get there. But Telles, you can't do it. You just can't. You haven't got the legs for it either. You run like in kind of slow motion as well. I don't really like him as a fullback. That's going to be able to stick around for long. Let him go back to Portugal and play for his team, and let's go find someone else there. McTominay, what you got?
Tellers was one, and McTominay. These are just 2 of the ones I was talking about specifically that I think your time at Man United's done. I don't think you're going to make it at this club. Right. Like we may need to keep you for another year because we ain't got nothing, but you're done. McTominay 4. this is McTominay, mate. This is like every week now. This is what I'm seeing when he plays. He doesn't do anything really, does he? Like he's
No,
just there. He's a body on the pitch.
yeah,
Like that's
he's
it.
a
He's got no attacking drive or impetus or like creativity. He can play sideways passes. You know what I mean? I called him the crab, but that was Ray Wilkins, and he's a legend. You know what I mean? So, like, no, like, yeah, he's got nothing, mate. Like, week in, week out now, yeah, it's going downhill for me. I'd sell him. I really would. I'd sell it and get the 20 mil for him. So,
that's what I said to you before. He's
yeah,
not. I don't think he's up there in. I don't think he'd beat many teams' midfielders. I've already said before. I mentioned one player to you. Can't remember his name now. He's at Newcastle.
John Joe. Yeah, John Joe. Yeah.
I looked at his highlights, and I'm telling you, he has more about him than McTominay. Maybe you don't agree, but not many do. But look at what he's got, and I'm telling you, he's got a bit more about him as a midfield player. And yeah, McTominay.
He's a better baller. He's a better baller, 100%. I just don't think that like John Joe would work in that many. Like no one will at the moment. You need world class in there at the moment. But I know the more I see McTominay, the more I will be tending to agree with you on John Joe Shelby now, because McTominay's got nothing. He's gotten. I see what you mean. Like if you're talking about what he's got about him, John Joe Shelby's got much more about him than McTominay. Like on the pitch, I don't know if he gives you that much more, but he's definitely a far better baller. McTominay's got nothing. Like as we're saying, yeah. So.
He's a strong, hard worker, but you can get that in every league. You know, you can get that in the Championship, you get that in the league below. You know, I don't see anything special about what he does on the ball. I see that he's very, very good defensively, and he's got a big stature, so he can win balls. He gets about, he gets stuck in. That's very good, but that's the Championship level, you know, at best. But I would say he's better than that. Matic, what you going with Matic?
So last thing with Tony as well, like today what I noticed, he's all right defensively. He ain't great defensively. He gives away a lot of fouls. He doesn't know how to tackle very well. What you're saying about him is what he does. He's got a big frame and he muscles and hustles his way through bods. It doesn't always work. Matic, one of the few that did all right. I'll give him a 5 today, Matic. There we go. Yeah, same way, isn't it? Yeah. I ain't seen nothing. I swear. It's what we saw the same game, didn't we? Matic is the only one. Like he was trying to do something out there, like try and play a few. We're going to miss him. We're going to miss like his ability to cut through balls through the midfield when he can. So, but yeah, 5. He did nothing really, but he's the best out of a bad bunch for me. So
exactly, trying to do his best. He's trying to bring it down, trying to keep the ball, trying to move it. You know, like faking people into sliding and stuff. I like that, and I like the fact that he's trying to settle the game down. But like I say, there's no options once he's got the ball. Just give it to someone, and then there's nothing. There was nothing. So I'm not even going to continue dwelling on it. Matic, you got a 5 just because the rest of the team was not the best. Bruno, what you got Bruno saying?
Bruno again knocking on the door of a 3, but I'm going 4 for him. Like, you're going 5. Yeah,
I'll tell you why in a minute.
Yeah, like you go, and let me see, because I thought he was bad, so maybe I was missing something today. You know,
no, he was best, but then once we let them goals in, he was on for a 4. But once we let them goals in, he started. He had a bit more about him, and he had them 2 good power shots, and he was trying hard to get a goal, and he was trying to do the right things. They were always the right things towards the end of the game, so it bumped his score up by 1 because them 2 shots were crackers, really.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a 5 because you were working hard, trying your best, and they were coming. It was like it was leading to something. It was leading to a shot, leading to a pass that actually found his man.
Yeah, no.
You know, it was like, right. You are trying to get a goal back. Fine. Great. You're getting a 5. That's all it was.
No, yeah, that's a very objective view, because by then I was so done with this team. I weren't giving no one nothing other than last 10 minutes, you know. I mean, it's a fair play to you, because I was, no, you're right, though. You are right. He did a little bit, so you're right. Yeah, 5-4. It's that performance in it again. Nothing was happening, so.
Yeah. He's just laughing his head off, and he says, Chelsea drop points. Man United, you bitch slapped now. To beat that lot, and Arsenal win tomorrow, and life is good. So I'm guessing he is what is he then? If he wants Liverpool to beat that lot,
he's Arsenal fan, isn't he? He's Arsenal boy, I believe. Yeah.
Arsenal boy. He's an Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then I wrote United R.I.P.
Yeah.
You got Barry saying, "What a joke of a football club we are." Benny
can't disagree.
We are absolute poop.
Yeah, can't disagree. We're so bad. We're so bad. But look, for Fernandes, you're right. It definitely, it steps it up just a level. But there ain't nothing out there today that I saw that was any good anyway. So this is what we're dealing with. It's like who's the best of the worst, basically, isn't it? It's out there at the moment.
Alanga.
So. Oh, mate, do you know what? You've been saying Alanga, you don't think he's that next level good for a while now. Today, mate, his performance was not next level good at all. That was a 4 or 5 again. Oh, yeah, there you go. See, that's what I mean. Like, it's low, it's a 4. He did nothing all game. I didn't see him. I didn't see him do anything. I didn't see him try. I think he lost the ball quite a bit when he did get it. It's a Marcus Rashford performance almost that he come up with.
It was a bad one. I just called him Welbeck Mark too, but I don't think he's even producing that at the moment. I don't know. He's gone off the boil as well a bit, hasn't he? Because he was giving us something extra that we needed. I was giving him a 4. I've just changed it now because I'm just realizing he actually didn't do a thing. He never ran past no one, never ran at anyone. He never kept the ball, never did nothing. That's why he came off half time. So, again, not good enough. Mata.
4 for Mata. He tried. He's just a little bit worse than Matic because he tried, but his game it carries on the back of players around him, giving him options, giving him movement, giving him space, giving him time on the ball. And oh god, it's so bad. I'm saying these simple things about Man United. We can't even string 2 passes together, let alone give Mata the time and space he needs to do what he does. Like for me, it'd be another big loss. We've treated him badly, Mata. But yeah. 4 or 5, exactly what you're giving him. I'm guessing you're the same. Like he's got nothing else around him. So
yeah, it's one of them ones where the other game against Brentford, he had time, so things end up coming off. He had a good volley that the keeper saved. Obviously, it went straight to him. But I like the way he kept the ball, and I knew that if he got it, he's gonna keep it for us. And if there is an opportunity, he's gonna find someone. But it just wasn't any opportunities. That's why I gave him a 5. I felt he was doing whatever he could, but there was nothing else there. So yeah, I guess I understand it for as well.
It's the same score basically, isn't it? We're saying the same thing. Like he had nothing. There was nothing for him more that he could do. He tried his best, but the rest of the team let him down. So
Beepo Baggins says, "I have no words. Sell them all."
Yeah, that's what we said to start with, weren't it? It's basically what we said. Keep 3 or 4 of them, get rid of the rest. So
absolutely pants. But who we got? We've got Ronaldo up front.
Yes, a 5 for Ronaldo, 4-5. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. Again, it's a similar thing to Mata. Like if you give Ronaldo nothing all game, then what's he going to do? Especially when you're playing him out and out striker. Mate, nothing pains me more than seeing Ronaldo playing in the centre circle where we haven't been able to get the ball up to him all game again. So he's dropping deep because he wants something. But yeah, not one of his best. I don't know if you saw anything better from him than that.
No, it's just that you know that if you give him some quality, he'll do something with it. Apart from that, didn't really do much. And when he did get the little opportunities to do like a step over and move in a shot, it was wide and it was not on target. So it wasn't like the as dangerous as he could be. So he would have got a 5 because it's a quiet game and we lost 4-0. But then it's a 4 because he missed a few of them chances to even hit the target or test the keeper. So I think, you know what, you are giving results based on scoring or testing the keeper. And you didn't in the chances where you did. So you're getting a 4. Right, so then you got the 3 subs, Fred, Maguire, and Cavani. If you want to give them all, I've got them all here. But
just for, I mean, they're 4 or 5s, ain't they? They're not getting above a 5, any of them. So, and you're only getting 5s because you weren't on long enough to make it too much wrongs. No.
Well, I've got Fred in at a 5.
That's what I was about to say. Fred, he done all right, Fred.
I got Maguire in at a 5. He had that header, keeper saved, and then he had another shot that was going to go wide after that.
Do you think that's going wide? I only saw one angle of it. Right. Was that going wide? Just so Cavani didn't. Yeah, sweet, fair enough.
Going wide, and I think Cavani got more of a 6. And maybe I'm a bit too high there because he had a great header in that when that cross came.
No, he put himself about as well. I know what you're thinking. I can see where you're coming from because he was the one when he come on was actually moving and running, but again he did nothing, did he? And that header, that was great save from the keeper though. That's a lovely header. So
I just like the way he got a good connection, good powerful header, and the keeper saved it. And end of the day, when we put the ball in, something happened. So you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy. With
the Strikers Union going on over here. I think.
You know, you got Conkers, Van Persie saying Ronaldo needs to leave. We rely on him too much. He is too good for our club.
Yeah, I won't disagree with the last bit.
But
we need him. We need him bad.
This guy. Uh-oh.
Don't. But I don't
Imagine
think
that.
Pogba goes City.
It's the
I
other
don't think
440.
Pogba goes. I don't think Pogba goes City. I hope he don't, because you know
That'd
he'll
be
tear up there.
Yeah, exactly. With that kind of team, you can just have
Yeah.
a field day with everything and everyone, and it absolutely rub it in us, rub it in, and you don't want that happening in Man United. You just don't. We do not want Pogba going. So this guy here, I don't know what we're gonna do about him, but if he
Well,
goes,
we're in big trouble, mate. We're in big
we are
trouble.
finished.
Would you sign into a new contract now, Pogba? Would you give him the new contract, the 450 he wants or something? Because I still wouldn't, even though I'm saying we need him. I still wouldn't give him the money. I don't think.
But I think we need to go in a different direction. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
he's not the profile that we need at the moment. He could fit in a City. If I was Man United, if I was a City manager, I wouldn't mind getting him in there because he can bring even more. When, let's say, them games where VDB gets injured, Van der Bruyne, whatever his name is, KDB, you can see him coming in, or them, alternating with that, and that's where they need a little bit more. I think City, they need a extra bit of cover and then a striker, and that's it. And maybe if they get like some pacey, strong, mad defender that goes alongside their other striker defender, it'll be ridiculous because they are sometimes susceptible in the central bit of the defense.
Yeah.
So, but obviously,
No, I mean, who they got? Ruben Diaz and Laporte in it. You'd have to go and get one of the best in the world. But yeah, I know that's how good their team is, because they could unlock Pogba. That's exactly what you're saying. They could unlock Pogba for his free role. He could have that free role in the centre, doing bits. He'd tear people apart without all the responsibilities on his shoulder. You'd think anyway. You'd think he might turn out to be exactly what we've had at Man United. So
can never be. The team's winning every week, and he's got to do and making assists for fun. It's just not possible that he can't do well at City. It's the only reason why he's not doing well here because we're crap. That's just the reality. We're poor, and he's been part of a rebuild since he came, and we're still not rebuilt. We actually built it back up, and then we got to the last brick and said, no, let's start again.
That's just madness, isn't it? Exactly that. No, I don't like this wall. Sledgehammer, but not even take it down. Just knock holes in it and then try and patchwork it up with others. Like, mate, it's so bad, our transfer policy.
Patchworking it.
So I know we did the thing on Thursday, but what are you looking at in the summer now? Do you reckon we need 6, 7, 8, like minimum?
We really need to do some real wheeling and dealing, get some players out of some teams that you just don't think, like the lower Premiership teams. Is there someone in that's blazing it for their team? It's just the one good player that's absolutely would fit into United, and then one of those players in a different country, like a Germany or a France or somewhere, and you just unearth a few of these players that you might get for 20 million.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you get a few of the big boys, and then it's all power and pace and strength, throughout the whole team. You can do it in a season. You can get back in that running for the third spot, and then in the next season, hopefully try and build on that. So with Ten Hag, I know what he can do, and I just hope he does it straight away. So, I want him staying here anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I think top 4 next season isn't any possibility. Look, we're not that far off it now. We're still mathematically, we're done now, ain't we? But we still up to today was mathematically possible to make it, and we've had an awful season. Yeah. I think that's exactly what you're saying. I think we need 1 or 2 big players, a massive centre midfielder, powerhouse, a De Jong, a Rice, a powerhouse centre midfielder, and then a fullback. And then you can, what you're doing, like you're saying, wheeling and dealing, get out there, see what's about, get some of them free transfers in, and get the 6 or 7 players, because we need it bad. Because otherwise, we're talking about McTominay and Fred again next year. You know what I mean? We're talking about Dallo and Tellez again next year, mate.
We can't have them boys playing for us anymore. It's simple. If they're playing for us, do not expect anything. If they're starting for us next season,
exactly,
you can't get any higher than where we are.
No.
Last comment we've got here. You guys have been struggling to do this show after that performance. Those players are in embarrassment, and they don't deserve to wear the shirt. Every one of those players has to go. Not good enough. You're totally right. Nearly every one of those players, I'd say 95% of those players need to get out of there. That played today, and it's just not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. You're damn right. And I'm not even gonna try and help them in any way. They just gotta hold it, look in the mirror and say, I'm not good enough. I need to go and play somewhere else because what the responsibility at United is to be the best. And what did Pep say the other day? Them players there at Real Madrid, they could be 3-0 down. They're not scared to get on the ball. They're not scared. At 3-0 down in the Champions League, semis, second leg, they don't care. Them boys will love the ball. Give me the ball. Pop it. Keep it in pressurized situation where City pressure you. And Tony Cruz, them boys are just popping it. That's ridiculous, man. They need really, really salute him for that game, because Man City for 85 minutes? 86
I think
minutes?
there's about 88, 89 they scored in, weren't it? It was mental times.
Bang, bang. We're going to the finals, not you. City, sit down another year. We're not letting you go. You're not going to try and win it and win everything. No chance. No. Not on our watch without a striker as well. Get out of here. Wow. What a performance that was. I'd like to see what happens against Liverpool in the final, because that's going to be tough.
Oh, that's going to be a cracker of a game. That's going to be an absolute cracker of a game. That's what I'm saying. That shows how bad we've fallen. I said in the group, didn't I? At 4-0 down, we're bringing on a third centre back to go 5 at the back so that we don't concede anymore. We're shoring up. We're setting up, and closing up shop against Brighton at 4-0 down. Bringing on a centre back for an A centre, mate. Yeah, but it's done.
But yeah. Anyway, when's our next game?
Yeah.
Guys,
not for a while, is it? It's the last game of the season, 22nd of May, is it? It's just something like that.
Wow, that long away.
Yeah, it might be. It's either. Is it next weekend? It might be next weekend. It might be next Saturday. It might be the 17th, something like that. But yeah,
we'll be
last game in it.
We'll be back on Thursday for the Man United show. But the last thing from Stephen Denham has said: when you ever think you could say a United team has no fight, no will to win, not doing anything they can get, they're not doing anything they can to get a result, they are not United players. It's 100%.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's so true. Like, none of them are United players. Most, like 90% of them, like I said, 95, they're not Man United players. This is not what we want to see at the club. And this is not what we're going to see next season for sure. They got to get out of it, and goodbye, good riddance. Let's get to a new squad. Let's get a good thing. But anyway, it's been great. Thanks for popping in all the comments, guys. Been absolutely amazing. Garth, thanks for giving your input and what you thought of the game. It's been good.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Even though it's been a bad result, obviously that's what we got to deliver here. So, you know what? With that being said, stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you on Thursday. Peace out.
Peace.